What up, world? It's your girl Sade with Sade Speaks, and I'm back at another episode. It's a good Saturday today. It's so nice and beautiful outside, y'all. Um, how y'all been? It's been a little while since I've been on. Well, yeah, it feel like it's been a little while, but I've been working, y'all. I've been working. Um, but anyway, I'm not gonna keep y'all long. I just want to tap in on. I feel some type of way. So all week, right? I've been. Let me see. I think I went to like maybe 3 Bible classes this week. And it's amazing how all of them pretty much were talking about the same thing. It was talking about how we interact with each other, and how we, I guess, how communication like sometimes like a factor. I'm not gonna say sometimes. It's like mainly like the biggest factor of why certain relationships don't last. And I'm not just talking about like romantic relationships. I'm talking about like friendships, like sisterhood, stuff like that within either the church in the world. It really applies to it all. So I've been listening to it like all week. I'm like, okay, well, I wonder what, you know, what the Lord trying to teach me or what He's trying to tell me. Um, because I know, like in the past, I was not the best communicator. I definitely was not the best person as a friend. Like I've definitely made mistakes. Like I could be real and say that, and misunderstood things because I didn't communicate, because I made assumptions. Like I done been down that road. So it kind of like, um, I don't know. It was just on my spirit to tap into it because I see it a lot. I see it like where I work. I see it like on TV. Like it, how we just interact with each other. Sometimes can be like very toxic. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real. Um, and I think it's because, and I definitely can testify to this. I think it's because we don't sometimes we forget that the people that we come across in life, they all come from different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Like they all have a story, they all have been through something. And when we are in certain seasons of our life, we display like certain behaviors, certain attitudes, and not to make excuse for anybody, but that's just the reality. You know what I'm saying? And also, and we are when we are in certain mindsets, we or different walks or different seasons of life, we make some mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We do things um that may offend others, or you may be the person that's offended. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I guess when I read this morning, it's pretty much like giving us a blueprint to how to navigate through it. And it sounds like so easy and so perfect, y'all. But I'm here to tell you that it's not. I know it's not, but it's doable. So I don't know. I just want to share it with y'all. All right. Okay. So it's coming from First Thessalonians chapter 5 verses 13 to 15. I tell you, like everything we experience in life, I feel like when I read the Bible, I see in the Bible. Some people like, they may whoever, I don't know what people may think. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna knock nobody beliefs or nobody doubts. But for me, when I see stuff, when I read stuff in the Bible, when I like hear stuff in Bible class, I'm like, oh, like they really did go through this stuff in biblical times. And here we are thinking, well, I ain't gonna say we, I'm gonna speak for Jasmine or Sade rather, whichever one you want to call me, they both my names. um, I feel like when I go through things, at times I feel like I'm the only one that's going through it, or I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm the only person in the world that went through it, even though I know it's not true. But at times you feel like that. So it's refreshing to see that it definitely took place in different time periods. And the same principle that was taught then can be like really applied to us too to help us like navigate through life. Because life is not easy, y'all. Like, I know I'm not the only person to feel that way. Life is not easy. Sometimes it can be very difficult. Sometimes it can be challenging. You have your good times. You have your not so good times. I'm not gonna say a bad time. I don't think anything in life that we experience is necessarily bad. It's uncomfortable. Um, it's uncomfortable. It's things that we may not like to go through. And again, I can speak for me only. Is that I've had a lot of uncomfortable situations in life or uncomfortable moments in life. However, it's not to the point to where I just like, you know what, I can't do this. Have I been almost there? Yes, but I don't know. It's just the will in me to just keep, to keep me fighting, to keep going. So hopefully this helped y'all and bless y'all like it blessed me. I'm gonna try to apply it. I'm not gonna be the one be like just speaking and not trying to practice it. I'm gonna practice it with y'all because I can definitely this definitely preach to me. So I'm gonna share it with y'all. All right. So it says, live in peace with one another. We urge you, brethren, admonish the unruly, encourage the faint hearted, help the weak, be patient with everybody or with everyone. See that no one repays another with evil for evil, but always seek after that which is good for one another and for all people. Now that sounds so beautiful. It really does. And it sounds like, yes, we all could just get along, and but that is just not the reality, y'all. So I read it, I read a breakdown for each verse to help us like really understand what it's saying so we can truly apply it. Because I'm a person, if I can't apply it, if I don't understand it, I can't apply it. So I'm gonna help y'all understand like it helped me understand. So admonish means to basically warn the troublemakers. So you always have people in your life that just keep the stuff started. They the instigators in life. They love the drama, they love to keep stuff going, but don't do nothing. Don't contribute to nothing, don't try to help in no capacity. And this pretty much, can happen, like I said, in the church and in the world. You got people in the church who complain about everything but do nothing. They just sit and complain. And then you have the same thing in the world. You have people who do absolutely nothing but complain about everything. We got to be patient with them people too. We got to be patient with them too. So when we see them, we need to warn them that, first of all, stirring up the pot and keeping the drama going because you're miserable with self or whatever the case may be, because that's normally what it is. When we are not happy with ourselves, and we, misery loves company. That's a true saying. And we in this state of mind to where we want everybody to feel we feeling, we can possibly fall into this realm where we are being a troublemaker, stirring up the pot, keeping stuff going because we miserable. And God don't like division, so we can't move like that. That's just not how we should move. However, you gonna come across people like this. You know what I'm saying? And we have to understand what state of mind they're in. Yes, people like I've been in this state of mind. Um, I've been here, especially in my 20s, like just on some dumb stuff because I'm unhappy. I want everybody else to be unhappy, and you can't move like that in life. You begin to like have like enemies come your way. You just When people know you're a troublemaker, they don't want to be around you. A lot of people not willing to help you when you have that type of mindset. However, we do come across people like this in life, and for whatever reason that they feel that way, he's telling us that we have to be patient with them. We have to have an understanding pretty much where they are in life, so that we don't allow it to interrupt our peace. So that we don't allow it to stop us from making the mark. You know what I'm saying? Like, because people like this can very well offend us. I'm sure that I'm not the only person that's been like this before, and I'm sure I have offended people when I was in this state of mind. Um, and we really just got to be careful that we can't move like that. The Lord don't like division, y'all. Not all. That's just not how He moved. Then, the next part of the verse goes on to say to encourage encourage the discouraged. Pretty much, people who just like, I ain't got time for this. Like, I'm discouraged. I really don't want to do this no more. Like, whatever the case may be, to make them feel that way. I felt like that before too. In every aspect of life, honestly. I felt discouraged when it came to my job because I felt like, it was a lot of other reasons. I feel like I wasn't appreciated at one point. I felt discouraged when it came to like my ministry at time because I felt like maybe it wasn't going the way I thought it should go, but it's not really how I think it should go. It's really like how the Lord think it should go. So I had to like remove myself and realize like it ain't about you. I've been discouraged like when I've had disappointments, like when it comes to relationships and stuff. Like we've all been in this state of mind as well, right? And when we are in this state of mind, we can very well offend and hurt people too. But remember, we also gonna come across people like this, and our job is to encourage them as much as we can, even if they offend us. And trust me, that is not an easy thing to do. Like that's some real maturity. I don't know if I'm there, y'all. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I don't know. It depends on the situation. I could be honest about that, but it still encourages us to encourage those people because we don't know what they're dealing with in life. We don't know what they're facing in life. So we got to be patient with people that we come across. This really helps us to like not interrupt our peace, not be aggravated all the time, not be ready to just like lose it when it comes to like dealing with people. Um, and that's like the biggest part of our life. Like we have to interact. God put us here for a reason. We are here to help one another. So we got to be able to know how to navigate and maneuver and communicate and be around each other. We got to understand the different points of life that people may be in, the different seasons that they may be in. So if I'm in a season where I'm just completely discouraged and ready to give up, it'd be lovely to come across somebody in spite of how I may act to like kind of like check me in a loving way and encourage me at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he's teaching us to do. Like I said, y'all, that ain't easy, but it's doable. Um, and then he goes on to say, help the weak from the ones that's falling into temptation. So, when I first came to Christ, right? I just thought that all my old habits was gonna disappear, like poof, be gone. No, that's just not how it went. I still had some of the same struggles. I still had some of the same urges, and I had to be patient with myself to understand that it was not gonna go away, right? And these are people that we also interact with in life. They're trying to change your life. It's not gonna happen overnight, and they still may do some things that make you feel some type of way. Yeah, and I don't even want to deal with you because, like, I done lost all my patience because you feel like you have tried. I done been in that state of mind too, y'all. When I say I can really like resonate with each part of this, when I was reading, I was like, yep, I can see myself in every part of this. Yep, I remember when I first came into the and into the faith or whatever. And sometimes I be still ready to like get a person together, but it took me like a while to like really change my attitude. My attitude was, I probably say, the biggest struggle for me because I had the attitude like, okay, well, you know what, cut off, keep it moving. And when you represent Christ, you can't move like that. You can't be so willing to just cut somebody off, especially if they made a mistake. Like, you don't want anybody to do that to you. So, I had to think about it that way. And that's just the mature Jasmine talking now. Because when I was like in my 20s, y'all, please, I wasn't trying to hear none of this. I'm just being real with y'all. But this is the mature Jasmine talking. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a better understanding now. And because I have a better understanding now, I can navigate a little bit better through life when it comes to like interacting with people. Not to say I got it all together, because I do not. I still struggle in these areas. However, I've gotten a lot better um as when I was in my 20s. But anyway, so yeah, so sometimes when we are like new in the faith, you're gonna come across people who are still exhibiting the same behaviors, but you gotta realize like they just started, like they just got baptized, like they just started hearing about the faith, they just like started like making steps to make themselves better. You gotta be a little patient with them. It ain't gonna happen overnight, because we've all been in that state of mind. And the one thing I do not like is when you come across the self-righteous people who forget where they came from, and they forget, like, I was once here too. um I just don't like that because we've all been here. So I just pray that we all, including myself, that we all can remember that and just be patient when we come across people like this in our life, because they need all the encouragement they can get. They need all the pouring into they can get. And again, this the mature Sade talking. I wasn't like this before, y'all. This is the mature version that's talking. I understand it now. Like, I really do. You understand it better by and by. I'm understanding it better by and by. Um, for the most part, Paul is just pretty much teaching us that we have to be patient with everybody. Um, and we have to be willing to help everybody, and no matter what season they are in, because one day we may be in that same season, and it's easy to say what we may not do and what we may not do. If we was like this, you never know what you'll do. You know what I'm saying? I could testify to that. You never know how you may act or what you may do when you are in each of these seasons. So I've learned, the wisdom that God has given me is to be careful how I treat people in these seasons, to really understand the why and where they are coming from, so I can have a better understanding, so that if I may fall in this season, or when I fall in this season, someone had an understanding with me. Someone will be there to encourage me, because at the end of the day, that's what God wants. He wants unity. He knows it's not going to be easy for us to get along with everybody. That's why he put it in the word. Like, it's clear as day. He fully understands all these different personalities, all these different walks of life, all these different testimonies, different stories, different things people done went through, different mindsets. Of course, you're not gonna be to get along like right away. But we gotta learn how to navigate to work with each other. We gotta be able to be comfortable with coming to people and telling them how we feel. And that's not an easy thing to do either. Again, that comes with maturity. I can testify to all this. Everything I'm saying, y'all, I'd have been there, done that, been through that, probably still going through that. You know what I'm saying? Still learning from that. But this really blessed me, because it's just like, it shows you how God really like evolves you as you get older. And the things that you learn in life, when you now that you're older, that you didn't understand when you was younger. Now I can see the clear picture. So I guess my message to you guys is to be patient with everybody. We don't know what different walks they come from in life. Oh, I let that fall. Sorry, y'all. We don't know what different walks they come from in life. Like, let's pray for each other. Let's check on each other. Let's try to just, you know, you know, be better to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all going through it. The life is life for everybody. Oh, I said I'm gonna keep y'all on, but I definitely talked for 14 minutes. Ooh. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go, but I appreciate it. I thank y'all for continuing to support me. Thank you for continuing to hit me up about the books. I still have more, so if you want some more, you want a book, I got them, y'all. Hit me up. I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me, and thank you for continuing to pray for me. I am out.